Natch, let's go head first into Complete the News.
Complete the news!
All right, Complete the News. If you are one of the many people watching and not participating, this is your moment because all you have to write is A, B, or C. All right, today's Complete the News. All right, how does this work? I give you a news headline, un titular. All right, but I leave off an important piece of information. And your job in the chat or even at home is to complete the news using the three options that I give you. Again, all you have to write is A, B, or C. All right, here we go. First piece of news, Natch, is football news. I'm thinking about you. Here we go. The BBC apologizes, se disculpan, after blank is heard during the FA Cup coverage. If you're like me, you don't know what the FA Cup is, it's a prize they give to millionaires who kick footballs around. Okay, BBC apologizes after blank is heard during FA Cup coverage. But what is heard, Natch? Is it A, burping? Erupciones, would you say? Eruptos? Oof, I was nearly there. Nearly there. Is it B, sex noises? Or is it C, farting? That one's there just for Sasha. A, burping. B, sex noises. C, farting. Pedos. Tirarse pedos. Farting. BBC apologizes after blank is heard during FA Cup coverage. All right. It's a tough one. Okay, guys in the chat, this is your moment to vote. BBC apologizes after blank is heard during FA Cup coverage. Coverage is what we say when we're giving a news updates on something. We're covering it. A, B, or C? What do you think, Natch? Is it A, burping, B, sex noises, or C, farting?
Sex noises.
B. You, Natch, say B, and everybody else who voted in the chat said B. Let's see. Let's get a drum roll. BBC apologizes after sex noises are heard during the FA Cup coverage. Yeah, true story. This is from the BBC. I think it's news from 6 hours ago. Fresh. This is some fresh news, Natch. The BBC has apologized after sexual noises interrupted live television coverage of the FA Cup. Literally the only thing that might make me interested in football is that. Mourning was heard while Gary Lineker, who's a famous British footballer and now commentator on football. Do you know Gary Lineker? Is he famous in Spain?
Yes, it is, and it was.
All right. I'll say, so mourning was heard while Gary Lineker presented the third round replay between Wolves and Liverpool on Tuesday. Wolves. I assume that's a team and not that Liverpool were fighting wolves, which again would be very entertaining in a sport that is essentially very boring. The football pundit later posted a picture of a mobile phone he said was taped to the back of the set. We apologize to any viewers offended by the live coverage of the football this evening. Really? Are people going to get offended by a few sex noises?
I saw the image by Gary Lineker. I didn't understand why. The mobile, like with sellotape.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why. Now I do.
Yeah. Apparently, so it was a practical joke, I think. But great. You know what I mean? What a way to make football interesting. You know, I think global interest in football has declined. This is something that would... these kind of practical jokes make me interested. And the Liverpool football team fighting a pack of wolves. Also very interesting. Wolves is a team, right, Natch?
Yeah, I think it's Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton Wanderers, yeah, or something like that. The Wolves. If it were actual wolves, I would watch the match. That would be wildly entertaining. All right. Piece of news number 2. The Bridge says, yes, Rob, why else would the BBC apologize? I don't know. Expensive license fee? I don't know. I can think of a few reasons. All right, let's continue. Piece of news number 2 from The Guardian. All right. Micheal Bay, the director, Micheal Bay, famous for the Transformers, The Rock. I mean, he makes action movies, guys. Micheal Bay denies blank was killed on an Italian film set. Micheal Bay denies blank was killed, fui matado, or murió. Oh, God, I'm killing it today. Even with the pronunciation, Natch. Come on. On an Italian film set. But what died or was killed? Is it A, a stunt performer? Stunt performer is the person who does all the dangerous things for the principal actors. Is it B, a pigeon? Or is it C, a goat? Pigeon, paloma, goat, cabra. A, B, or C? Micheal Bay denies blank was killed on an Italian film set. But what? Was it A, a stunt performer, B, a pigeon, or C, a goat? Woo! What do you think, Natch?
Goat.
A goat. In some kind of ritualistic... This is how Micheal Bay makes all his movies. He sacrifices a goat to Satan. And for some inexplicable reason, his terrible movies make billions. You know what? Everyone agrees. Ur says C, the bridge says B. Micheal Bay is the only goat allowed on his sets. Goat meaning greatest of all time. Wah, wah, wah. Min says B. Min says B, a pigeon. All right, let's get a drum roll now. Micheal Bay denies a pigeon was killed on his Italian film set after reports. Yeah. I think they pay you to kill pigeons in Spain. Director charged with failing to supervise animal handlers on set says no animals were harmed, making 6 underground. Whereas other people are reporting that a pigeon died. There you go, friends. All the links that I've used in the show today will be on my Patreon. You can check them out there. Guys, I've had a lot of fun. We've looked at so many things today. We looked at sex scenes in movies, China's population shrinking, electric vehicles, The Last of Us. We looked at staying up all night, sex noises, and Micheal Bay killing pigeons. My God, what a full show. Friends, I have had so much fun today.